First of all, anybody who comes into a room to listen to a lecture obviously wants to get something out of it. And the important thing is for you to find out what you can gain from Sahaja Yoga. Have the experience, and then later on you ask your questions. For the moment, have this experience. Thank you. She'll be here in a minute.
Today I want to talk to you about the spirit, which you have heard about such a lot, and you have known that you have to be the spirit, you have to become the spirit is going to give you rebirth, and what is the spirit supposed to be? And actually, so much has been said about it. That spirit is the truth, it is the truth, you have to receive the truth. Now we must understand at the very outset there's a big difference between something that is true and something that is truth. Like it's a true statement, it's an adjective. True is an adjective. It's a true statement that you have to become the spirit. It's a true statement that you are to be born again. It's a true statement that spirit rules everything. It's a true statement. But it is not the truth. In the sense, unless and until you become the truth, true statement is like an advertisement, you can say, like a place or a signboard that indicates. For example, somebody says this is St. Monica, but that is not St. Monica, it just puts a signboard. If you see the signboard and you see the arrow going towards it, unless and until you go into it, you are still standing at the signboard. And this discrimination we should understand very clearly, that the truth is the thing that you become, and true is the thing that indicates towards it. Many people believe that if you read about the truth, you become the truth. They talk like that. I mean, mostly ego-oriented people I've seen. When they start talking about Gita, they think they have become Vyasa or they have become Gita themselves. To become truth is different from just talking about truth, relating to it, saying something about it. To be the truth is the main thing, which is the same thing. If I tell you about the truth, you don't become, you have to become. But in any case, I will try to describe, because so many of you have felt the realization, have got Atma Bodha, the awareness of the spirit, and that's why I wanted to speak about it today. It is said that truth is the spirit and spirit is the truth. The rest of it is just an illusion. Or the Brahma, the all-pervading power, is the truth. Now, what is the relationship between this all-pervading divine power that you feel and the spirit within you? Spirit within you is the reflection of God Almighty, who is a witness and a spectator of the play of the divine power, which is His power. So now we have three entities, if you see it clearly. That first of all is the God Almighty, we can say. Then His power, the power of His love, which has another entity. And the spirit is the reflection of that God Almighty within us. We have another fourth entity, we can say, which is reflected in the spirit, is the essence of this all-pervading power. That essence and this spirit is the same thing. Once you touch your spirit, you touch the collective being within you, immediately get collectively conscious. That should happen to you automatically. This is one of the powers you get when you get collectively conscious. And also you get connected to the all-pervading power, because that is the power which emits collectivity. It is such a concord that we cannot understand this concord between these three things, these what we call the Father and the Holy Ghost and the Spirit. We call him Jesus Christ. So these three things are so much connected with each other that as soon as you touch one, you touch all of them. Because they come out of one thing, and one thing gets divided into three things which are absolutely connected. We cannot understand such a concord in human relationship. I mean, you won't find husband and wife or a child so much one with each other that you touch one, you touch everyone. You get connected with one, you get connected with every one of them. Now the Spirit within us connects us on one side, as I said, to this all-pervading power. As soon as you become realized, the Spirit, the seat of the Spirit is here. Immediately you become collectively conscious. You become. This is the first part of it. Now how do you become collectively conscious? What happens to you is in your central nervous system, you start feeling this all-pervading power, first of all. This one thing happens to you. Then secondly, you start feeling the center of another person on your fingers. Thirdly, you start feeling the centers within you. This is all the part of the collective consciousness. That happens because, first of all, you get to the truth, you become the truth. And the truth is that you are part and parcel of the whole. You become that. You are the part and parcel of the whole. You are the microcosm, you have to become the macrocosm. You have to become, again I say, it's not just a brainwash or anything, you have to become. The becoming has to take place. When the becoming takes place, then you become that truth. Means, I don't have to tell you, you are brothers and sisters, now let's form UN or something like that, an organization. It just happens, you start feeling another person on your fingertips. You start feeling yourself on your fingertips, and you start feeling that absolutely boundless love for another person, and you feel like giving that person that relief out of love. It's not a love which is biased, which ends up into sex and nonsense like that. It's a love that just works compassion, just works out the compassion. And it is such a flowing thing, it emits freely, as in Sanskrit is called nirvaj. Means you cannot pay any interest on it. It's without any interest. There's no return for it. It just flows. And that's possible only when you become the truth. You cannot help it. Even if you want not to help somebody, you will help. Now what happens when you become the truth? Your attention. Sitting down here, you are paying attention to me. If I tell you, you can pay attention to somebody else. Sitting down here, you can think of somebody else. Your attention is mobile. This attention of yours becomes the truth, means gets enlightened. And the beauty of it, that when it becomes the truth, it has got the purification power. Your attention has got it. Not only that, but all the information you get through this attention is the truth, is the absolute. Like you place your hands now like this, you get your cool breeze coming in. Alright? And you want to find out the vibrations of any one of these people. Who is the realized soul among them? Let's see. They are dead, they are no more. You want to find out who was the realized soul among these people. You just think of them. You need not even put your hands towards a photographer. Just put hands like this and you will know who are realized, who are not. You get the absolute value of a person as soon as you start feeling the vibrations of that. Absolute value. Means you get the truth that is absolute. It cannot be challenged. Even if you have 10 people or 100 people or 1,000 people, if they are realized soul, if they are feeling this all-pervading power, then you just have to put your hands to it. And you can say, all of them will say the same thing. When I gave realization to one Englishman in London, he couldn't believe it, that his attention has become collectively conscious. He just couldn't believe it. Because it's, you see, for these people who have too much of brain activity, they cannot understand. They believe in God, but I don't know what sort of belief they have. They think God is something in our pocket or some sort of a thing. But if it is God, or if you really become realized souls, then you have to have certain powers of collectivity. So he said, I'm worried about my father. I would like to know how he must be feeling now. I said, very easy. You just put your hands like this and think of your father. And he started getting a terrible burning on this finger at this point. He said, what does this mean? I mean, because I have come here to decode all these things. I said, this finger, this part is of your father. And this finger denotes Vishuddhi chakra, this center. Now, if Vishuddhi chakra is caught, that means he must be down with very bad bronchitis. That means that. He telephoned, the father was in Scotland, he just telephoned there in my presence to his father that how are you feeling? Father didn't come to the phone, the mother said that your father is down with very bad bronchitis. This is the sentence. Can you imagine? You could get the information all the way from there. Now, nobody can believe it. Not only that, but sitting there, one can cure also that bronchitis. So the truth, not that you get the absolute answers, not only that, but you can work it out with that purifying power that your attention has got. The other day I told you that if you take a television set, say to India, where people in the villages have not seen this, they'll say, what is this, just a box? But you put to the mains, they will see the fantasy of it, the fantastic way it is made. You are human beings who have made this box of television, so how great you must be. The one who have created all these machines must be something great inside. But we have no self-esteem. And when it happens, we just can't believe it. We have no faith in ourselves. Leave alone faith in me, but you don't even have faith in yourself. And that's the big problem that puts a barrier between you and the truth. When you become the truth, then you start understanding what is good and what is bad, what is real and what is unreal. Yesterday you saw one gentleman who was here, who is running a big foundation. I don't know how he runs foundation in this place. I mean, he has no brains at all. I don't know how he is managing Americans so well, and somebody told me he's minting money here. I mean, the one who was here, you saw him with the dressed in the kashaya, orange dressed fellow who was here. He's got a big house in Beverly Hills, he's minting money. He said, why do you talk of truth and all that? Just start some sort of a foundation, you can make lots of money. He's minting money here, and people go to such people very happily. And he said all the rich people of Beverly Hills are visiting him and he's making a big money, and he calls himself as a foundation. Now, the thing is, you have to know, because you have no discrimination. You don't know. You are taken easily by a person who has a circus. I don't know what impresses you so much. See, somebody is a person who wearing those dresses. Why should it impress you? It's such a superficial thing. You can get it colored in India only for 2 rupees. It's not difficult to get these colored clothes. I don't know what impresses you people, what makes you. He said, I am charismatic. He thinks he's a charismatic man the way he is minting money, and he'll mint money here, no doubt. He's already bought a house in Beverly Hills, so you can imagine what sort of a thing it must be. Now, all these things happen because you have no discrimination. Now, discrimination could be logical to a point. Logically, you can reach at a point, but still it is indicating towards the truth. You don't become the truth. But when you become the truth, even a child, when he becomes the truth, He can say this is so and this is so. Even a little child can say so. He does not have to have too much of logical sense or anything. He can say that this is a thug. He can make it out from the vibrations. He is a thug. He is good for nothing. He is a thief. He can immediately say that this is what it is. But you cannot, because you are ego-oriented. Anybody pampers your ego, all right. Or somebody who mesmerizes, very good, he's a very nice man. Like somebody told me yesterday that I went to this man and he just pushed my eyes inside and it pained me a lot, and the whole thing was, and he said, this is the knowledge, this is the knowledge, this is the knowledge. Now what is the knowledge? I mean, what is the knowledge in it? The knowledge is that you become. Then I don't have to tell you, you just start feeling it. You become the knowledge. I mean, like this, the discrimination has to be a part and parcel of your awareness. It just becomes, you just can't feel it. There are many people who can say that, oh, I didn't like to go to that house, I didn't like this person, I went to that person, I didn't like all those things. But this could be due to some conditionings, due to some ideas about it. It's not absolute. And these absolute values have to be absolutely universal. We'll take a simple example. Say, for example, we have the paintings of Leonardo da Vinci, of this lady, you know, the smiling Mona Lisa, the mobile smile of Mona Lisa. Now she is appreciated all over the world. She cannot be compared with any cinema actress or anything. She is a very different type of a person. Now if you see the vibrations of that picture, you feel there are vibrations coming because it suits your spirit. That's why she is universally liked. Your ideas of beauty and all that may change, but the spirit doesn't change. Anything that gives happiness to your spirit is eternal. And that thing when you start feeling, then only you can say that my judgment is correct. Before that it is either ego-oriented or super-ego-oriented. Means either it is you speaking because you are an American, you are used to a kind of a thing, that's why you like it, or maybe I am an Indian, I like a particular thing, I am this, that's why it is happening. But absolute is universal. It's an universal character. It could be anywhere. It's just the same. It's just the same that a particular thing is universally having that coefficients which emits vibration. When a person is realized, the whole being changes. Complete change takes place in that person. And the whole body frame, everything is so made that you start feeling the vibrations from that person. First time a human being really enjoys another human being like a flower, fragrant, is after realization. Before realization, he cannot enjoy another person. And then it becomes a beautiful work to give realizations to others. Because when you see a person becoming his realization, you feel as if the person has blossomed into that beauty. You enjoy that person. There's no question of then hatred. You just start enjoying that person because the beauty of that person has manifested. So, is the beauty. The truth is the beauty. For us, truth, in the normal sense, mostly truth is extremely harsh, is very dry, is horrifying. At the time of Manu, the earlier days, he said that you must speak the truth and you must speak the thing that is priya, means is dear to others. So at the time of Krishna they raised a question, how can you combine these two things? To speak the truth as well as it should be dear. If you tell somebody that you are egoistical, as it is, he'll blow you off. If you tell somebody the truth about the person, he'll be very angry. Or if you say you are possessed, he may hit you back. So what to do with a person like that? How to tell him something that would be dear as well as is the truth? So he put another word in between. He said, you speak the truth, you speak the hita, means for the well-being of the spirit, and you speak the thing that is dear. Because if you speak something that is good for the spirit, that will be truth, no doubt. Today you may not like it, but in the long run you are going to like it. Because if I tell you something today That supposing somebody is attached to some horrible guru, and I tell him, oh, he's horrible, don't go to him. He might not like it. It's quite possible. He may not like it. But tomorrow he'll discover that what she said is the truth. Because he'll go down every day, and then he'll find out that what she was saying was true. I should have listened to her at that time. But supposing I just to pacify said, all right, very good, you go to that guru and do this. For the time being, he may like it. But once he discovers later on, said, what a cheat. She didn't tell me the truth. So the truth is for the well-being of the spirit. And this is how Krishna solved this problem of making the beautiful things as the truth. The beauty becomes the truth because then only you become the beauty. So this spirit gives you the absolute. Before getting to it, you live on relative values. Everything is relative, and that is why there is a confusion. You don't know who is the truthful person. You don't know whether this is good or not. One person may say this is good, and another person may not say it is not good. For example, if you put a one painting here, say example, this one, or any painting, and you ask a person, about 10 persons to come and mark which part is bad, the whole picture will be off. If you call them again and say, now, tell us which part of it is good, the whole picture will be off. You won't understand why the same thing which was discarded as the bad is now regarded as good. Why there is such a confusion? The confusion comes in because you have not reached your absolute. If you become the absolute knowledge, then you don't have this confusion. Then you know for definite it is so. And not only you will say, but everybody will say the same thing because truth is only one. There cannot be two opinions about the truth. Then it is not truth. It is a relative thing. But the truth has to be one. For example, whenever we have problems here, anybody coming from a problem, I don't have to tell them. They all will show me the same finger, mother, this is his catching. Everybody gets the same feeling. Everybody gets the same finger burning. Same thing is said by everyone, whether it's a child, it's a grown-up person, or a person who has come only yesterday. He can also feel the same way. This is what it is. For that you don't need any brainwashing, any teachings, nothing. You just become. As everybody who has eyes can see what is the color of this thing. Or you can see the color of this wall. Everybody in human awareness. Maybe for an animal, this color may not mean anything. Maybe to fishes it may be, but not to some animals. But to you, it means yellow means yellow. You all know it's in yellow color or a cream color, whatever you may call in your language, is this color. Everybody will know that this is red or this is blue or green. If somebody says that it is blue and it is green, then you will say that this man is confused. You see, because 10 people are saying the same thing and this person is saying this something else. So as far as our sense organs are concerned, we know about them. Whatever we know is the truth. Like if it is hot, it is cold, we know. But after realization, we go much deeper. Our sensation becomes, our sensitivity becomes much deeper. And we start feeling the deeper side which we cannot feel with our sense organs. This is the point, is that you don't know these things before realization. After realization, you start feeling them, the deeper part of your being. And that deeper part of your being and of other people is felt because you become aware of it. So spirit gives you the truth. You become the truth because you become one with the spirit. This is one quality of the spirit. Now, as I told you that your attention becomes effective, it becomes the truth, it only picks up the truth and it accepts the truth. As you grow, you would not like anything that doesn't give good vibrations. I don't even tell people that you don't do this and you don't do that, because if you tell them before realization, they may not come to realization. But after realization, you just discard. Automatically they are discarded and you get finished with them. So this gives you the power. The truth gives you the power, the willpower to stand on your own feet and to take a stand as well. Like Christ, you see, when he saw this lady, Mary Magdalene, who was a prostitute, and Christ had nothing to do, a saint has nothing to do with a prostitute. I mean, there's no relationship that exists in a way. And when he saw she was stoned, he stood up, he took a stand. And he said, those who have not sinned can stone at me. Such people, when they have the truth has that strength that you take up a stand. You take up a stand. And that should happen to all the Sahaja Yogis. As soon as they become realized souls, they take up a stand. But some people start confusing those who do not want to be the truth, can confuse it with fanaticism. Now then we see it so clearly that how a fanaticism is different from a realized soul's stand on the truth. Now supposing you have eyes and you can see this whole thing looks like a cord. You know this is a cord. But a person who doesn't have proper eyes, who is confused, may think it's a snake crawling in. So the person who sees can only see that it is the rope, and he'll go on saying it is a rope. It is not a snake, it is a rope. I can see it is a rope. He will always say that whatever you may say, it's a rope. You are just right. And he can prove it to you that it's a rope. So a person who is a realized soul will stand up, take a stand on his truth, his findings, and not only that, but he will prove it to you that it is the truth. But which way can he prove it to you? Not by mental activity, by telling you, no, it is the thing. Then you may go even worse. Only by opening your eyes. He can open your eyes and make you see, putting on the lights, he can see, now see for yourself. Is it not a rope? Now can you not see? Because he understands the other person hasn't got the eyes to see. He hasn't got light to see, he must have the light. So he opens the eyes of the person and makes him understand that this is the rope and not the snake. This is what happens to you when you become the truth. You become extremely gentle with people, very compassionate. You understand that they are blind. You understand that misled. You also understand that they may fumble, they may ruin themselves. You understand all this. And then you are extremely compassionate and kind and patient with them. And you feel that they must be saved. You see that they are getting drowned. You see them in the water being drowned and finished. And you want to save them and you go all out to save them. Like we had some people in England who got their realization. They were Americans and I told them, I'm going to America. They all jumped it. Mother, if you are going, we are going ahead of you to work it out. Because this is the truth. Let people find out. They gave up everything, just came to work it out. They paid their own money. They came on their own. They spent all their own money. Everything they settled it because they thought people should be saved. But when people do not have the truth, they have some sort of a bias. They'll come here for either for money or for something to do this work. And untruth is such a thing that it drags many people into it. You have a friend, you'll take him down to that. Another friend, you'll drag. You think that if my nose is cut, why should others have their nose intact? It's the other way around thing. And so many people start getting drowned and drowned into ignorance and into darkness. Now whatever I am telling you about truth has been said thousands of years back and is being said again and again. But it was a true saying, and whatever I am saying is a true saying. But again I say you have to become the truth. Unless and until you have become the truth. This is also just a true saying. When I was born, my father told me one simple thing. He said, I know you are born on the 10th story. But nobody is going to believe you. They may crucify you, first of all. If they don't crucify you, if you write something when you die, there will be another Bible created. You give realization to 2-3 people, they'll think these people have gone crazy, they are mad, they are good for nothing. So you find out a method by which you give really en masse realization. Let some people go at least to the first floor to see that there's something beyond. And they take to it and give to others. Because no use giving realization to 1 or 2 people here and there. And that's what I worked for many days and I worked it out. I found out the permutations and combinations of human beings, and I should say with that human realization I found out the method by which you can give realization. Then I came down to America. The first country I came to was America, because I knew, I was sure, because I felt the vibrations of the people here. And I thought this is the time I should go and tell them about this great happening. But as Americans were at that time, very shifty people, and I thought they have no value for reality just now. They have no value. They'll have to go through this all nonsense of these gurus and all that. Otherwise they are not going to understand. And that's how I went back. For 9 years I was there. Even now you can see how people are. They cannot take to reality easily. It's very difficult. It's very easy to make plastic things. You see, you can make thousands of plastic things. But if you have to convert a person into a flower, then it's very difficult, a reality, a real living flower. And then to make it grow is even more difficult. People like something that is artificial and something that is convenient, which you can manage, manipulate. You see, like some people said, Mother, if you want we can give you money, but we cannot take realization because it is too much. I mean, for them it is easy to be member of some guru. They think this guru will be going to heaven and he'll give them a pass, as the Pope can give you a pass. All right, now you come along. You are here in the kingdom of heaven. Come along and settle. This is what they feel. They feel that this should happen to us, and then he's sitting down there, he's giving us all these passports, and we just go there. And it's very easy to pay some money to a guru and settle down with it. And this is kind of a thing when it happens. Then people get more and more of these people, and they start evading the truth which one has to be, which one has to become. But this truth, the spirit exists within us. It is there. All the time it exists. It is very watchful, alert, all the time alive, and it's an eternal thing within our heart. The seat of the spirit is here on top of your head. In Houston, I met a lady, and she told me, my God is sitting on my head. I said, it's a perfect thing, you know that. But even if you know that, it's just the true thing you know. But you have not yet become the spirit. It's a true thing she knew, that God is sitting on her head. But she had not become that. And that becoming is very important, and that should work out. And when that works out, you'll be amazed how it helps you to understand all the absolute things of the world. Everything, all kinds of absolute problems can be solved. But people have to be really prepared to accept the truth. Unless and until they are so, you cannot be forced into it. You cannot be forced into it. If you do not ask for it, it cannot be forced, because it is your free will which is respected. If you want to go to hell, as I said yesterday, you can go very fast. But if you want to become the spirit, you have to ask for it. If you ask for it, it is there, you are made that way, that's what you are finding, that's how you will know the purpose of your life. Otherwise you have no purpose at all. Like this machine, unless and until it is put to the mains, it cannot work. In the same way, unless and until you are put to the mains, you cannot work it out. That is the source, or we can say the plug of this divine force is your spirit, which resides in your heart. The second quality of the truth is that it is the source of joy. It is the source of joy. All the joys of the world. Joy is not a double thing, like happiness, unhappiness. Happiness comes through your ego. If your ego is pampered, you feel happy. If your ego is hurt or your superego gets into problem, then you feel unhappy. These are doubles. But joy doesn't have double. Joy is absolute. When you are in joy, you become the witness of the play, and you start seeing it like a silent witness. That state of joy is a permanent state if you achieve it, and you dwell in that permanent state of joy. And this joy comes to you in case you have that heart to express that joy. That special heart, if it is within you, if it has to work out, then it opens. But in a place, I would say, where people are more sort of thinking and using their attention too much and are busy with other things, it takes time. Their brains are more developed. The light goes more to the brains, and that's how they first get the knowledge. The knowledge part of it they get. They understand all the chakras, they will know all about the kundalini, they will know how to move it, they will know how to give realization, they will like my lectures, they will have all these things. See, more on the mental enlightenment they will be. The brain is enlightened first. But the people who are more on the left side, as I told you yesterday about the right side people, the left-sided people are the people who indulge into the bhakti, into the worship of God, those who develop their heart more. They first feel the joy. They cannot get into too much into this acrobats of mental activities and trying to analyze everything and to find out. So these people just jump into joy, and they are in joy. For example, you have read Gregor's book. Now, so many people have got his book, and it's a very well-written book. Of course, we have worked together, and it has come out very well, no doubt, and you will enjoy it very much. But you give to an Indian Sahaja yogi from a village or some place, even from Bombay, they said, what is the need to go to all this? I mean, you've got it, now you enjoy it. I mean, it's like you cook something for someone, very excellent thing. You've done everything, cooking and all that. A person who is analytical, whose brain is developed, he'll come and ask, oh, from where did you buy it? How did you cook it? He'll eat, but he'll ask that. So the enjoyment will be first starting in his understanding the knowledge of it. The another person will just eat it and very nicely enjoy the taste of it. So there are two types of people in this world. One type which enjoys first the knowledge and everything of it, and then goes to the joy part of it. And the another side is the one who just jumps into the joy and finished with it. Especially children are like that. They just feel the joy, they enjoy my company, they are here, they just enjoy, they relax, they sleep off and enjoy the vibrations, and they just go off to sleep. They relax and they feel very happy about it. And they are not bothered as to find out what Mataji is saying and what intellectual joy they are getting. So there are two types of people who are, one of them are the people who are right-sided, another on the left-hand side. Now the left-hand side people have other problems also, because they are so emotionally bound. They are so emotional that they can get attached to things in a very wrong way. For example, here you find that people are not so much attached to their children in the West. Now in India you will find horrible people who are at the helm of affairs, who are attached to their children that they can even sell their country for their children. And we have such horrible experience of these people that for their own children they'll give up all that is collectivity. So the people who are on the right side have an advantage as far as the collectivity is concerned, while the left side people have an advantage as far as the joy is concerned. So the people who are fond of their own children, their own family, their own wife, you see, they'll come to me and they will say, Mother, left-sided people, like in India, please help my mother. Please help my great-grandmother who died in a possession. I mean, she's dead, but you better help her. Mother, can you help my brother's wife's real something, you see. It goes on like that till for about a month he gets realization, he's bothered about all the relations that he has, all the connection he has, and it's a big headache for me. They'll say, why don't you come to the hospital to cure my sister who is very sick? All these things start working out with people who have emotional ties, and the attention goes diverted. When you get diverted in those attentions, your growth is definitely hampered, and can be very dangerous also, because these people to whom you are attached may not be the type of people to whom you should be attached. You have to be detached with them. So a kind of an attachment which develops, which drags you down, while the people who are attached to more to knowledge and to intellectual feats also develop an ego that, oh, we have come to know so much about Sahaja Yoga, oh, we are very clever, now we know this and know that, and they too are dragged down. Both sides there is a problem. So one has to be in the central line, the central path of evolution, which Buddha has said that you should be in the center. Not to go to too much to the left and too much to the right. Because as I told you, if you go to the left side too much, you jump into collective subconscious, and if you go to the right side, you jump into the collective supraconscious. Now, the supraconscious people who are there, dead, those who are ambitious people, are giving lots of information even about Sahaja. They are telling, you see, there are people who are writing on the walls about me, they write poems about me, stories about me. That's the truth. They are telling about the truth. They are telling the true things, but they are not the truths. There are many people who are prophesied about. But what's the use? I tell them, why don't you get your realization? Like this lady, Dean, what was her name? Jean Dixon. She announced about me, my birth date, everything she announced. And when I came to America, I told her, why don't you become realized? She said, I'm not interested. I've told about you, finished. I'm not interested. She didn't want to get realization. Can you imagine? She wouldn't get a realization because she was thinking that she will lose her powers to prophesy. And that she didn't want to give up because they are so identified with their ego and supraconscious activities that don't want to give up. Like this Bible of Levi is also one of the advantages of that. You see, people can find out about me written very clearly in those Bible and all that. But 10% of that is still missing. And that 10%, if you get it, you get the whole of it. If I go and talk to the writer of this, he will never accept to get realization. It is absolutely true. Because he wants to see, talk about it. Like people, there are psychosynthesis people, Jungians, and all these people talk of the same thing that I'm talking about. They want to talk about it. They don't want to become. They have made the stage completely ready for Sahaja Yoga to happen. But if I go and tell them you become realized, they will deny. They wouldn't like it. Because that's their profession. They want to have it. They want to do it. I've seen people, in India especially, there are some people who are writing books about me. There's one gentleman who saw in a photograph that was given to him by Sainath, his father. And Sainath had told him that mother is going to come and you will see her picture on my wardrobe, my robe. He's wearing a robe and my face is shown there on the folds. The folds are there. This man wrote a big book and was published, and he invited so many people. I didn't go for that, but so many people were there. And he talked about me. He said that this is what happened, this is a photograph, and this is the mother who has come and all that. But when I asked him, why don't you get your realization, he would not. Because he thought he's making money out of telling these things. I mean, even it can become a very subtle thing. I would say there are people who are really thugs and those who are really, we can say, devils or antichrists. Forget them. Even there are people who are like this, who talk about the truth, no doubt, but they don't want to be the truth. It's very surprising how people live with that. They want to live with it. They just want to continue. I'll give a very good example of a person like that. In India, somebody told me that somebody is writing about you on the wall. I said, who is this one? And he said, I would like mother to come to my house and this and that. And I went to his house. And he told me that I'm getting all kinds of statues of gods and goddesses from somewhere, I don't know. He showed me. And they were wearing even diamonds. I said, now what are you going to do about it? He said that this I'm getting here and I don't know what to do. I said, throw them in the sea. Just don't have it. Some dead bodies or some dead souls are trying these tricks on you. These are temptations. You throw them in the sea. He would not. He said, but mother, I'm writing such great things about you. What's the use? I said, you better get realization. I'm not interested. Whatever I am, let them find out. Who are you? What's the use of this? He said, many will come to you and all that. I said, you don't try to tell me all these stories. You better get realization. And I think I've heard that she's very seriously ill. I mean, she's mad now. It's not good to do that. You should become the truth. That's the main thing, is that my interest is that you should become the truth. Even if you are few people, doesn't matter. You become the truth. I don't want thousands to come here who are living with the idea of the truth. You become is the point. Those who do not want to become, I have no interest in them. I have no interest. Like some people would say that, mother, you are so good at curing. Why don't you cure these people and cure that people? I am not for curing at all. I did cure a very important man in India, and he sent the Secretary of the Health to talk to me about it. And he said that why don't you cure this person and why don't you cure that person? We can have, the whole government can help you in this. I said, I have nothing to do with the government. I have nothing to do with the curing at all. Because the truth is to be assimilated. The byproduct of that is that you get well. That's all, it's a byproduct. But what's the use of curing useless people who cannot give light? In the house, if you have a light which will never give light to others, will you try to repair that? I mean, it's common sense. You would not like to waste your energy. Let that thing go back into the process of remaking and come back. Unless and until you are a seeker, what's the use of giving you anything that is so material? What do anyone gain? What can anyone gain by this kind of artificial or outside happening? You have to become the truth. That is the main interest of God. God has no interest in people who do not want to accept the truth. He has no interest at all. They are just a waste. They are wasteland. They are useless. We should say they are garbage. In the ultimate thing that is going to happen, when the sorting out will take place, such people will be nothing but garbages, good for nothing. Let them live with ego, superego, whatever they like. But God has no time to waste on these people. He is not interested. Maybe, as we can see, that Sahaja yogis are very difficult to get into. In London, I worked on 7 people for 4 years to crack their heads, but now we have thousands in London, no doubt. And English people have that innate scholarship with which they have understood it so well. And I'm happy it is establishing so well in England. Say in America, if it establishes well and good, it has established in Houston very well. If it does not in Los Angeles, it's all right. One is not bothered. It's the only thing what one can do is to work it out. If it doesn't work out, you are not bothered about it, because what can you do? I mean, you cannot make a person enjoy some food that you have given. The enjoyment must come from within, from that person. You cannot just say, now you enjoy. How can you? Unless and until you develop the sensitivity. If you do not want to have the sensitivity of enjoyment, you cannot force people about it. You can cook for them, you can put it in their mouth. Even if you want, you can just a little bit bite it for them. But they have to enjoy with their own tongue. You cannot enjoy that food, isn't it? So that tongue has to be enlightened. And if they do not want to be enlightened, what can you do about it? You just cannot force it. It's very simple as that. Because if they think that they are happy, let them be happy. We cannot force things into them. This is the fundamental truth about Sahaja. Whether you like it or not, it is you who has to ask for it, it is you who has to get it, and it is you who has to enjoy it. It's all your own. I have nothing to do with it. Only thing is, it is placed within you, and I can just help you to enlighten it because I am enlightened, and you can enlighten other people also. But if you are not interested in enlightenment, no use coming to my lectures. I have seen many people, you see, who come to me, say, oh, she speaks very well, we should go and listen to her, you see, it's very good speech and all that. And then they walk off, they don't want realization. At the time of realization, they won't even take out their shoes, they won't even put their hands. So why are they here? I mean, such superfluous people also come to me. It's absolutely superficial. But they come. And in India, I've seen many villagers, they come and they just sit down for a while and they say, oh, now we have taken the darshan of Mataji, now we are very happy, we are going home. They will come all the way from miles together, you see, in their bullock carts, settle down there in the villages, thousands. When I go there, mother, we have taken your darshan now. Now, they won't take realization. They'll say, we just want to touch your feet. I mean, my feet can be swollen like that with these thousands of people coming on my feet. If you tell them you are not to touch my feet, nothing of the kind, you get your realization. They said, no, we are only interested in touching your feet, mother. They are brought up that way, they are conditioned that way. You are brought up in listening to lectures. You see, you go to this lecture, you go to that lecture, go to that lecture. Oh, very good. You want to assimilate all this into your head and think, oh, we know about Kundalini. You know, but you are not. So, in the first lecture I said, you have to be honest, truthful to yourself. Do not cheat yourself. And know that you are that spirit. You have to become that. No use just cheating yourself all the time and being away from the truth for which you are born on this earth at this time to get it. You are here for that. If you have no self-esteem, what can I do? I cannot pump it into you. And this is the problem I always face, whether here or in India, with many people, that their idea about God, idea about getting to it is so superficial. While they are deep, they are made so deeply, they are being built up for thousands of years. They have just to become it so simple. But they are not. They are not aware of their depths. They are so superficial. They live with superficialities. And they have managed their lives with it, and they think we are all right. This is the way people look at it. I want you to be aware of that depth, but not mentally only listening to me, oh yes, mother said so. You should get it. That's my anxiety, that you should get it, and you should get to it. If you don't want to have it, I will be the last person who will say that I can do it. I cannot. I'm sorry, I cannot. First time when I came to America, and there was a lady who came with me, traveled all the way, and she called her son from Honolulu. She had only one son, and he came to me, and we tried to give him realization. He couldn't get it, just couldn't get it. This lady said, Mother, all the way I've called him from there, I came only for his sake. You see, as it is, Indians are very attached to sons and things and that. So you must give him, and you must do it, and you must... I said, but how? You give it. You are a realized soul. Why don't you say that he's realized? She said, how can I say he's not giving any vibrations, he's not a realized soul? How can I give a false certificate? So I said, that's what it is. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. He may be your son, he may be anything. What can I do about it? It has to work out, because there is no seeking. The problem is of his seeking. She said, he's a very good man, he's a very dharmic person, he doesn't do anything wrong. I said, it makes no difference. You must have the seeking within you. Even a person may have done mistakes, may have done anything, but if he's a seeker, if he's a true seeker, he'll get his realization. But there are many people in India who never drink, never smoke, or eat vegetarian food. You see, they put their eyes on the ground. There are many like that. But if they do not seek God, and they are just satisfied with these virtues, they are only at this point, which is what you call is the void, is the center of it, where the dharma is there, balance. They are just balancing. Still they are balancing. They have to rise. And how will they rise above it? They will only rise if they are seeking. And once you seek, you become your own master. You all can become. Only thing, you have to just desire it. But that desiring, you cannot pump into anybody, you cannot force into anybody. It has to come from within yourself. If my saying that can create that desire, I think whatever I've said has some meaning, has at least some effect. And that would be the best that I could expect. I wanted to talk to you about the centers, but today I don't think I will be able to cover. But tomorrow at Panorama, I'll again speak to you about the centers, all the centers that are within you and how you are built in. But gradually we are moving towards that. Today they wanted me to talk about the spirit. So I have talked to you, and you asked me also a question yesterday, what is the spirit? So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, these are the only 2 days I am now in this place, Los Angeles, which means something great, Los Angeles. And let's see now, when the angels get awakened and get to it, then I will tell you all about it. Tomorrow about the chakras, and day after tomorrow how to do. Luckily we might get a place here somewhere. We are trying to find out a place for a center. And if we can really manage to get some place for a center, we would like to start a center, and we'll inform you about it, where you can, after getting realization, learn the divine technique by which you become the guru. You can give realization to others, and you can grow by giving to others. You cannot grow if you keep it to yourself. It's the question of collectivity. If you just sit at home, Mother, we do your puja, we worship you, we take vibrations from you, nothing happens. You do not grow. You have to give. Otherwise you stagnate. People grow only when they give. Sahaja Yoga today is for giving and not for preserving yourself. That time is finished now. You have to become a complete capitalist in the sense that you know all your powers, and you have to be a complete communist, that you distribute it. You cannot enjoy it. You cannot grow unless until you give. So it's such a combination it is. And this is what is. The artificially, we are doing politically these things. Artificially it is. But inside, when you become that collective being, all these artificial things find their meaning. May God bless you all. You can ask me some questions and then we'll go for our realization. What is it?
She'd like to know a little more about the supraconscious and the subconscious.
Collective subconscious is on the left hand side. You see, now you can see from the character of a person on the left hand side. The left-handed person is a person who is emotional. He is not aggressive. He takes aggressions upon himself, but he's sly. He can be mischievous. He can be very cunning. He'll work it out in such a way that people will not know how he works out the things. See, that's the left-sided person. And he might be sort of, just go and see where is this girl?
Which one?
England, Miss.
The feminine.
So the supraconscious is the other side of it, is the right side of a person, is the right side where a person aggresses. Is all right? Is all right? Or she aggresses, or he aggresses the other person, and he doesn't feel any harm from it. When you go to the collective subconscious on the left hand side, the entities from the left side who are sly, who are busybodies, who want to show off, you see, in a way, can enter it, can possess you. They make your body pain, you get pain here, you get pain there. You get all kinds of things like accidents, all such problems, even cancer. Cancer is only caused by that. Epilepsy and all troubles of the mental troubles like madness, lunacy, schizophrenic and all those confusions that you get out of these possessions, they take place from the collective subconscious. Some of these horrible people who are working on you, these techniques of mesmerism of different types, push you, most of them push you onto the left side. Some people do put you on the right side, some of them who just make you overactive for a while. You become very speedy and another personality comes on you and you start becoming extremely active and you start seeing things in a way that as if you are riding a very fast horse. And this happens to you, you become very successful also sometimes for the time. But then you are tired because one horse is carrying two personalities. There could be 10 personalities. You get tired. By the time it is about 3-4 years, you start shaking, rattling, you get troubles from the nervous system and could be very serious for people. Now the collective subconscious people, as they enter into you, I mean, even I would say alcohol can take you down there to collective subconscious. All these, so many drugs also take you, but not LSD. LSD takes you to the right side. But so many drugs can take you to the left side. And if you are driven too much into it, then you get possessed and you get confused. Right hand side movement in the supraconscious gives you illusions, hallucinations like LSD does. And if you go further with it, and further with it, like I would say, there were supraconscious people in South America, very many. I went to Colombia and they used to use a kind of, even now you are getting them imported from Peru, this stuff they called ambrosia, is a kind of a LSD of a very fine quality. They used to take that, and with taking that, you see, they had a special type of a thing in which they used to grind it and take it. By that, doing that, they went into their ego, projected their ego too much to such an extent that they could see things on the right hand side, like they could see the gods. And the most amazing thing I saw was that they had the Concorde as the emblem of their navy, Concorde. I asked them, how can you have Say Condor as the emblem of the Navy. So I said, how do you have Condor as your emblem? Because Navy has nothing to do with a condor. It's a very big eagle. They said, our old people tell us that an Indian god, means from Bharat, from India, Indian god called Vishnu came on a condor. Can you believe it? They get all knowledge, this dowsing business they get the knowledge about, say, the moon and the stars, and like Cyrus, see, they knew about it. They know all about these things, which are material things, and about the stars and the moons and the galaxies and all that, prophecies, all these things can happen to them, which looks like truth, which is truth, but the superficial level on the right hand side. The left hand side people can work out in a very subtle way. I'll give you another example how these left hand people work out. It's very surprising how they know things. They can read your mind, and they work out, they are very much concerned with each other. Like there was one gentleman who wanted to bring his friend for his treatment, who was suffering from some sort of a possession. And he went to receive him at the station, and he couldn't get him there. So he wanted to telephone, and he went to the post office to telephone. And in the post office, the postmaster himself was sitting. And the postmaster said that, why are you going to mother? She is doing very important work. Why do you want to trouble her? He was shocked. How did you know all this? He said, you see, this gentleman requires a lot of help. So I will tell you how to help him. There is a Ganesha's temple at such and such place. You go there and just take one coconut and give it in that temple, and this fellow will be all right. So he went with one coconut. He gave the coconut there. This fellow felt a little better, because he had a possession by which, you see, he used to get drowsy, he used to sleep too much, and used to feel very funny. So when this was cured, you see, the second thing that happened to him, that he started drinking, and drinking like hell. So they went again to the temple. He said, this time you better give Savatola of gold, see, to that temple. And the fellow got addicted to that. And this Sahaja yogi also went down. When he came, I said, where did you go? Oh, he said, I went to that temple, Mother, the Shri Ganesha's temple. I didn't want to trouble you. Very subtle method. I said, really? I said, it was a wrong thing to do. And this fellow died of then heart. You can imagine. I mean, this is what it is. They are so clever, so cunning. And they know so much. I mean, you go to these gurus, beforehand they will know who you are. The ESP business, all these things work out through left side. I mean, I can write a book on this, left side and right side. The better thing is to read Gregor's book. He has written something about it. There's no end to it. But best thing for this to know is to really experience them and see for yourself what sort of people they are and how they behave under the influence of these things, and how they talk. They talk the same way, they behave the same way. It's very interesting.
Any further questions?
Yes.
You mentioned about not only determining what the problem is with another person, but also being able to correct that problem.
You mentioned not only about determining what a problem is with another person, but also how to correct that problem. Could you explain that?
See, that I will cover up in the last lecture, all right? Because that's quite a big thing, how to correct others, how to give realization. We'll keep it all that, the workshop we can call it, the last day in Panorama, all right?
Yes.
Is her mother's house in Mount Abu?
Sorry?
Is her mother's house in Mount Abu?
Is her house in Mount?
Abu in India?
It's true.
Is your house in Mount Abu in India?
It's true. She's recognized. You can find the answer. Shaptashumi. It's correct. She knows. I have houses all over my child. All right? See the vibration.
24.
Can you recognize the face?
Most of us have been there.
Yeah. And the fragrance also you get of gugun. That's the beauty of Indians. They know quite a lot. Easy for them to recognize me. See, they know all these things. While here people like some charismatic person, you know, who comes and makes you just blunt. Oh, he's charismatic. I don't know what appeals to people. I just can't understand. There's a guru who is only 5'4", I tell you. An ugly looking person. Absolutely ugly from every angle. And I have at least seen 10 ladies who came and told me that they are in love with him. He's only 65 years of age. And young ladies falling in love with him, I just can't understand. How can you be falling in love with him? We are just in love with him, mother. I said, all right, you go and love him. Stupid people, I tell you. With all this intelligence, how can you be like that? Stupid. To be mesmerized like this, I mean, imagine a guru falling in love with the disciples. I mean, can there be greater absurdity than that? I mean, I just can't understand. Like these nuns marrying Christ. I mean, this is really blasphemous. What do you think of Christ? His innocence, his purity. What business they have got to marry? They better marry some human beings. All sorts of things are going on in the name of God, I tell you. I just can't understand. How can you judge God that way? Yes. You must have some sense of purity, of holiness, of auspiciousness. But we are so mixed up, I tell you, so mixed up. Yes.
As to the fourth and fifth meeting, are you going to continue here? I'm not sure. I heard you say tomorrow night.
I will be in Panorama City.
Oh.
And you are all welcome there.
Yeah,
And 2 days we are doing their program. But I hope next year I'll come definitely here. And we'll have a better organization and better way of putting up things next year. But we are going to start 3 centers, at least 2. One in this area or Beverly Hills area, one. That gentleman has come or not?
I don't think so. No, he hasn't come tonight, but
he's there.
He has the number.
All right. So there's one gentleman who has offered a place for a center, you see. And we have some people who have come from England who would like to start it in Los Angeles here. And there's one center we can start in Cerritos also, because we have somebody, the son of one of our trustees, who is staying in Cerritos. There also we can start one center. 1 day in a week we can have it there. Just now we'll start only 2 centers, and you people should look after it. I mean, of course, there's no question of money or anything, but you have to go there, attend to it, grow, and they will have my tapes, and you'll have all the arrangements for you to receive all the information and knowledge. And also we have got a magazine from India. Have you got it?
No, not here.
Oh, we get a magazine from India which is also circulated. There's one magazine from Australia which is also going along. That's how we all get connected with each other. And the people from England would be visiting. They are very good. They are very well off now. I mean, they know such a lot about Sahaja Yoga. There are about 300 to 350 tapes of my lectures in England, which they would like to bring it down here. And
we have 21 for them now, Mother.
21 they have got here, which we can copy. You can take the tapes with you. Also you can copy them. You give the tape and tape it. I mean, only whatever is needed for the tape, you have to pay for the tape, you see. In Sahaja Yoga, we don't believe in exploiting anyone. Neither the Sahaja Yogis should exploit the other people. Like, you see, people will ask for free. That you say that, they'll say, you give us this thing, even the tapes free and all that, because we are not collecting any money. So if you want to have a tape, you just give a tape to them for taping, or what you can do is to pay for the tape itself, you see, whatever is needed, so that there is no pressure on the person who is running the center here. You see, it should be a mutual understanding between you people. And somebody gave money yesterday. I was told that we don't take money from anyone, so that should be returned to that person. We don't take money. Only the Sahaja yogis themselves then collect money. Supposing this hall is to be done, now it's all partly my own money and partly from the Sahaja yogis in London. They have paid for it. But later on when I come, let Americans pay for a hall like this, and I can come here. I mean, you have to pay for the hall, not for me, but you have to pay for the hall. That's how it works out everywhere. So that I do not have headache of money because I'm hopelessly bad. I don't understand. So you manage everything. Wherever you say, I will come and I will give lectures and I will give realization. But as far as money is concerned, I'm hopeless. I don't understand.
Any other questions?
Good. Now put your hands towards me. Like
Slip your shoes off.
Slip off, shoes off. Please try to listen. And if you don't want to do all these things, you can go away. Because you see, we don't want to break our heads with people who are obstinate. You see, you have to be more open-minded, isn't it? Just like a scientist, you should be open-minded. Just take out your shoes, put them on the feet. How are you in vibrations? All right? Doing well. You are going to Russia? Is it? I've given realization to many people in Russia. I can give you their addresses if you are going down. Oh. There's no difference between Russians and Americans, I tell you. No difference. They have the same kundalini, they have everything. There's no difference. You'll find that just the same. They're just like Americans, you know. Absolutely, there's no difference. Why are they fighting? I don't know. Same about China. No difference. They have the same kundalini, same thing. Everything has got, everybody, except for the faces are different. It's most surprising that, you see, China, and I must tell you a good story about China and Russia. It's very interesting that Sita had two sons, twins, called as Lava and Kush. And you see, Rama had sort of sent her in the wilderness because people criticized her staying with Ravana, whatever it is. So these two boys didn't accept his kingdom, Ayodhya, and they went across India. One of them went to Caucasus, another went to China. This Caucasus fellow went actually to Russia because he established his kingdom there. And that's why it is called as Slav, from love. His name was Love. And another brother who went to China is Kushan. His name was Kusha. Now imagine these two brothers fighting. What should I feel about them? I mean, there's nothing to fight. Nothing to fight. I mean, this fighting is all nonsense. And that all these problems can be solved if they get realization. That's the only way. If you become universally conscious, everybody is just the same. There's no difference at all. For fighting for what? All this will end, I'm sure. Some wisdom will come. It will happen. But you first become the proper foundations. You have to be good foundations, solid foundations. Then one can work it out.
Just one small thing, please. Before you go home tonight, we're going to pass around some notepaper. Please write your name and address and telephone number on that so that we can keep in touch with you and advise you precisely what's happening. You see, we don't yet have definite arrangements about a place where we'll be meeting, but we probably will be able to announce this over the next couple of days. So we dearly want to keep in touch with you and let you know precisely what's happening. So be so kind as to just give us your name and address and telephone number, and the people who are staying here to develop Sahaja Yoga and help you to grow will be able to at least contact you and advise you of the meetings and bring you together.
I mean, these 2 days at least you make it convenient to come. That is important because I'm here only for 2 days. And gradually you will learn how to grow yourself. That I'll tell you day after tomorrow, all right? Are you feeling all right now? Better? All right. Put your hands like this. Both the feet on the ground. In these 3 days, how many people have felt so much better? So you can imagine how it is going to grow. In these 3 days only, so many people have felt so much better. The problem lies with the people who are very adamant. I don't know what to do with them. They are adamant, then you can't help them. Close your eyes, please. Please close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Don't watch others. Just keep your eyes shut, because you have been watching others all your life. Now you better have it yourself. When you close your eyes, you just leave your attention absolutely free. Do not focus it into any point. And if you can't help it, then you can put your attention on top of your head, towards the top of your head, but not anywhere else. Best thing is to leave it absolutely open. Now put your right hand on your heart. And just ask the question, Mother, am I the Spirit? Say it 3 times. Am I the Spirit? Do not pay attention here and there. Keep your attention steady. Put your right hand down below on the stomach, on the left hand side of the stomach, and ask a question, Mother, am I my own spirit? Put your hands towards me, please. Left hand. And ask a question again. Mother, are these vibrations from the holy breath? Only thing now you have to say is that, Mother, I am not guilty. Say it 3 times. Mother, I am not guilty. On the left side. Now raise it. Please put both your hands towards me and say, Mother, please give me my realization. Both the hands towards me, and you have to ask for it. Otherwise, like this, asking for it. You see? Just like the namaz, we pray to God. In the same way you should say, Mother, please give me my realization. Do not concentrate it anywhere else.
That's good.
Left is
Weak.
you have to ask it from your heart. Ask it from your heart. You have to have the desire. If you don't have the desire, it won't work out. Please put both your hands and just ask it. Mother, please give me my realization. Better. Talking about the heart also, if it doesn't work out, then really. Our heart is weak. melting?
Yes, it is. Much stronger. Ah, much better.
It's coming up.
Yes.
Better. Please see if you are getting cool breeze in your hand. Just put both the hands towards me and see if you are getting cool breeze in your hand. Like this, like this. Other way down. Chale. All right? I'm feeling cool breeze. Feeling it? Good. Do not concentrate or exert yourself or sort of put any pressures or put your concentration in the center of your eyes, nothing of the kind. Alright?
It's balanced and it's flowing.
Flowing now. You can go and see people if they have got it or not. Let the Sahaja yogis see others if they have got it or not, the vibrations. Are you alright? You're getting the cool breeze. Good. He baga ha grows. Sala baga. Just see, all of you should give, otherwise it won't grow. You must give, all of you must give. Pradhan. आता सगळ्यांना फॉरगिव्ह करायचं, सगळ्यांना फॉरगिव्ह केलं पाहिजे, ते इम्पॉर्टंट आहे नाही पण त्याचा लोड फार असतो. म्हणा यायला लागलं ना, आलं ना, चढलं वरती. आता बघा वरपर्यंत चढलं. चढवा. एका फर्गिवनेसवर अडकून होतं बघा. तुम्ही फर्गी म्हटल्याबरोबर चढला. काय म्हणा की मी सगळ्यांना फर्गिव केलं, जगातल्या सर्व लोकांना. तसं लोड घ्यायचं नाही आपल्यावरती. परमेश्वराला बघू द्या काय केलं. तुम्ही काय लोड घ्यायचा नाही आहे की नाही. तुम्ही लोड तो घ्यायचा नाही. बस सारखं म्हणायचं आहे फर्गिव एव्हरीवन. पण लॉर्ड्स प्रेयर फार चांगली आज्ञा चक्राला. जर तुम्ही लॉर्ड्स प्रेयर म्हटलं की एकदम स्वच्छ तो आज्ञा. आणि फर्गिव अदर्स अँड दॅट्स व्हाय गॉड इज गोइंग टू फर्गिव यू. चढलं की नाही, एकदम चढली आहे की नाही. तर बरं आहे. हां झालंय हे. हाऊ आर यू? From where are you? South America. Really? How do you know about Abu?
Sister Mohini.
Huh?
Sister Mohini.
Sister Mohini.
She's one of the beautiful sisters from Mataji. She was in New York.
Is she good? Huh? झाला का? दिसतंय. What does she do?
She teaches Raja Yoga. She lives in Mataji. She dresses like you.
No, but she's not. No, not that. You meant that? No, it's not that. It's not that. See, Raja Yoga is artificial thing. Because you don't start your car. You start moving your wheels and things. I thought you asked about the Jagadamba, the Amba, the goddess that lives. I thought of that. Because you looked at Indian from a distance, so I thought, no, it's not that. She meant about the Raj Yogis. They start the machine without starting the car. You can't have it. म्हणून तिचं रिअलायझेशन झालं. झालं नाही बघा तिचं कसं काय.